Hey guys, this is Katie Sykes from our Comm 300 class, and today for the tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to create special effects in Photoshop using brushes. Now brushes are really easy to use. They can come in all shapes and different sizes, different effects, and they are really fun to use. For the photo that I edited for today, you can see the final product on the screen. And I only used 2 different brushes on it, and I'm going to show you how I did it and the steps that you need to take to do it. Okay, so the first step is to open up your photo in Photoshop. So this is the photo that I chose, and I thought it would be really nice because I liked the angle of it, and it kind of gave it a nice Alice in Wonderland feel to it. And I thought that I could really create some nice editing out of it. Step 2 would be to create a selection of your photo. So what I mean by that is that you want to select something in the photo that's going to be your main subject. Probably something that needs to be forward more than anything else. So in this case I'm going to choose just the entire door frame. So here's my basic selection of the door, and I'm just going to go ahead and save that selection. And what I'm going to do with that selection is I'm going to make a new layer with that one. So I'm just going to hit Command J on the layers, and it's going to create a new layer. And as you can see right in the little tiny square right there is that it's just got the selection on that layer. Step 3, I'm going to create 2 blank layers, one that will go above that selection layer and one that will go below. So right down here on the bottom is a button that's going to create a new layer, just blank. I'm going to also mask it. We're just going to move that one so it's below it. So we have one that's below our selection and one above. And what that does is that the layer below, if I start painting with my brushes on that layer, it's not going to allow me to brush over the selection. If I'm selected on the layer above, it'll let me paint wherever I want. Okay, so step 5, what we're going to do is I've opened up a new document so that we can play with some brushes. So I've already downloaded a bunch of them. You can just go online and download brushes for free, just like fonts. But brushes can come in all shapes and sizes, and for example, I've got like some smoke brushes here, so I can create a smoke effect really easily. And it comes out really nice too, it's pretty realistic. But for this particular photo, I used only 2 brushes. The first one is this one right here. Now I don't want it to make a straight line like that, so if I go up here and open up the options, the brush options, I can really change the brush a lot, which makes it fun. I've already looked up the presets that I want to do. So scattering, what it does is it just kind of makes the pattern spread out a little bit more. So I'm going to set the scatter to 375%, and as you can see, it kind of just pushed everything apart there. Now I don't want it to be just one color either. If I go down to color dynamics, you can see that it says hue jitter right here, and it's already at 20% for me. But what hue jitter does is it causes each brush strike to change color, just like that. So that's all I need to do for that brush. And I can show you real quick my final product. For the background, I kind of did like this. It looks like sparks almost to me. But for that one, I just used one other brush, and I'm gonna probably keep this one all into one color. So for this brush, all I need to do is make sure that it's scattering enough. Now this is a key part to our editing process. We want to stay on top of our selection for this part. We're gonna do these kind of wisps that are going around her. And we don't have to switch between layers. We could, but since I didn't make a selection on her personally, we don't have to. So we're just going to go ahead and draw right onto the photo. If you want it a little bit darker, you can go right back over it and it adds like another layer on. So there's our wisping effect. Pretty cool, right? Now for our second part, we're gonna do these sparks. So we need our other brush. So for this, we need to be selected on the bottom layer. That way we don't paint right onto our original photo. So there's our photo. Of course, for the last step, you'd want to save it. Make sure that you go to save as, so you're not saving on top of your original, and just name it whatever you feel. So paintbrushes have really helped me and have really opened up my eyes to what I can do in Photoshop more. And sometimes it can be just fun to just sit there and play with what brushes you can use. Or you can go online and download some more brushes. So I hope you guys learned something from me today, and I hope that you can apply this to your photography and really add some new techniques to your photography. So thanks so much for listening.